some. Every day lit is a rerun. Bitch, I ain't green, my lean or none. You really tripping, you blowing.
Leave it to Baby to make a track better. Man.
Whose song was it though?
Finesse 2 Times. That's what you said you want to play.
Oh, my fault.
You didn't know who the fuck you
That's
put?
my man.
Come on, recommend the artist
and don't even know. What's going on, man?
Played the Baby though. Little Baby though.
Fuck with Lil Baby.
You are now tuned into another episode of the Dads in Progress podcast. I go by the name of Ski. 1/3 of, I don't know, one of them triple entendres that I'm used to doing.
Big three.
The big three. There we go. There we go. The big three.
The biggest three.
AKA Filipino Grigio, AKA Mr. Cozy Wear. Here with both of my co-hosts.
Talking about
tequila.
me.
The tequila.
About
Here with both of my
That
co-hosts.
top killer.
Already though?
Here with both of my co-hosts
Early.
and 2/3 of the podcast. I got my man Hev Hefner, AKA Mr. Hev, AKA Canary Hev, AKA Humbly Hev, AKA Hack Hev, AKA the 40-year-old Phenom, AKA Heavy on the AKAs.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We also got my man Sport playing all fields and all courts, AKA Jeffrey Hornacek,
Work bait.
AKA Hefe Horn.
Faye Horn.
Heavy on the work bait lately.
And today,
And now, starting point guard, we got a guest today. Number 10. Want me to call you by your government or?
we getting federal?
Yeah,
We ain't getting federal.
You ain't getting
They already know what's going on, though.
Yeah, we got Fateem Brockington. There you go. Yeah. We got him in the building. It's
January.
January.
It's
So we
January.
call every guest month. We start with a G. So it's January. We got another guest, another week, another guest.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Thank you for coming, first of all.
Welcome,
Yeah, how you
first of all.
feeling?
Yeah, welcome.
Sure, man. It's good energy, man.
Yeah.
Definitely good to be down here, man. Like I said, I'm thankful for y'all to, welcome me in.
We definitely
We
appreciate it.
appreciate you for
Definitely
sure.
appreciate you coming up.
Yeah,
sure.
somebody
Welcome
told
to
us
us.
like it's a good dad.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta have him on. It's like, all right, no problem.
Absolutely.
She's like, you gotta put him part of the umbrella.
Like, added to the squad.
Yeah.
You know, we gang.
Got me in.
Yeah. So we always talk about it's good to have like people always get into this like whole thing of like because we had like a realtor on, and then we had who else we had authors and
Artists,
stuff like that,
yeah,
and artists and
firefighter.
all that. It's like, yo, we down to just interview just people. Like if you're a dad and you're a person and you got a story or you want to talk, we definitely down to have you. So we appreciate. And then it's harder to find people that just want to come up and just
Right.
No, for
just
sure.
kick it with us, and we definitely appreciate that.
For sure.
Before we get into you being a dad and all that, newly dad at that, let's talk about you, just your career playing basketball and at Pitt Bradford, and how is it being a college athlete just in general?
Being a college athlete, it has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to, trust the process for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just be patient with everything. But shit was lit though, man.
Yeah.
My experience was lit. Like I had
That's what's
a
up.
great time. Like I said, my first 2 years, I played at junior college level,
Okay.
and that's really just a test for you, so you can move on to a 4-year university.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of like grind that out. I think my mentality going into that was like, I could have been more selfish. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I was more like team oriented, which is fine, but you know what I mean, that JUCO life, man, everybody for themselves, man. Like niggas don't care, man. They trying to get offers. They trying to go on to the next level. So
Right.
I was more so like trying to, look
Incorporate
out for
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, they ain't, at the end of the day, they don't care about Five Brock. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
They trying to go
They
on
trying to
and
get
their
out, too.
offers. So
Yeah.
it's about scholarships.
Yeah,
I ain't
exactly.
really look at it like that.
I did see that the Netflix series Last Chance U. I watched that a lot, and that's like big on kids that's going
Coming
from
from
D1. They got kicked out of D1s and stuff like that, or they in JUCOs and they trying to get back to like scholarship
It's
schools
real.
and stuff like that. Get
It's
back
real.
to Division 3 and Division 2 schools
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's
that.
real.
And like you said, it's a brotherhood, but you also like, yo, I gotta look out for myself. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get out of here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to do 4 years here or
And
be
you
here.
You played point two, right?
Point, yeah.
So that's like a tough situation to be in, where you got to like you win it like. I mean, even though it's positionless pretty much now, basketball, but like you in a position where you want to facilitate to your teammates, but also like you have to be selfish.
Absolutely.
That's a hard spot for you to be in.
Absolutely.
But the game was more conventional. What years you played? What year you was in?
So I went to college 2012.
Yeah.
But like I tell everybody, it was a long journey, man. I wound up doing 5.5 years.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah, it's a
wasn't the
stretch.
average.
Yeah,
I wasn't the average.
A lot of like athletes, like collegiate athletes, don't do just 4 years.
Yeah,
Especially,
right.
it takes a while to get in and get out and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, can you talk to like just being as far as being an athlete, and it's just me wondering like how is it like my fear of like going away to college was like, yo, you really on your own once you hit like 18 and you going, it's like it's you.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go home and like, all right, what's for dinner on the table? It's like you really
Especially where you was at, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
northern PA.
Yeah.
You around all white people.
Yeah.
Nobody there looks like you.
Yeah.
It's different. Like
I'm
it's
6 hours away.
yeah.
Exactly.
You closer to Buffalo than you was to Philly.
Yeah.
Will, I'm Greyhound 16 hours, man.
Right. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
It was crazy.
So how was just that, and just in general, like surviving and being on your own?
That was like my first test, man, because, you know, I come from support, you know what I mean? I come from family oriented, you know what I'm saying? So that was like my first test on, you know, being alone.
Right.
And it was like, all right, well, we're gonna see how you react to this, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna be able to build up from this. So at first I ain't really, you know, it ain't really hit me because I like I said, I went to college with 2 of my friends from high school. So
Oh, wow. That's always love.
yeah, that was a little love for me.
You ain't got nobody.
Make it
You had
easier.
them. Like
Yeah, that was a little love for me. That was a little love. But at the end of the day, man, like you said, man, like that support, man, you ain't really got nobody at the end of the day. After that trunk party that I had, my graduation party, I was getting cards. Motherfuckers like, yo, man, call me, man. Let me know what's going on. Like, anytime you can call me, let me know. Like, you can talk all the time. Like, all right, cool. Man, once I got up school, man, you by yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
it,
you know what I'm saying? You gonna be by
Out of sight,
yourself.
out of mind.
Yeah, you by yourself. You got to lock in. And that was the first journey in me. I'm 18. Like, that was the first part where I really learned, like, you got to love yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Love yourself. Be comfortable with yourself. Grow with yourself. And, you know what I'm saying? You can't depend on nobody.
Like you said, trust the process.
Yeah, you
like,
got to trust the process.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
and foremost.
How was it being on campus, like being a star basketball player on campus, like as far as like the groupies and shit? I want to know like how that like, was. Like, I'm sure it was crazy.
If you could say.
If you
No,
could
I
say.
can talk. I can
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
in the South.
That's what I want to know about. You know what I mean? How was that life? You know what I mean?
Because college is fun for
Exactly.
an average
For an
student,
average person,
but now
you a
you on a ball player, like you
So
on
I
a team.
know it was
Oh, you
different.
play ball?
Exactly.
You a point guard?
Yeah, it was love, man. Like I ain't get it until like I was like really on it. So like when I first went up there to visit,
Right.
you know, they had the parties, they introduced you.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, damn, how everybody know my name? Like, I ain't even committed to this college yet. Like, before I'm just coming up here, a little party. I'm 18, little party.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you the new recruit? You Fateem? I'm like, oh, what's going on? Like, y'all know what's going on. So that I fell in love because we don't get that from Philly. You know?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
You know what I
sure.
mean, coming up, I mean, we don't get that.
Exactly.
It's love.
It's a culture shock.
Yeah. I'm like, what? So, you know, I fall right in love with that. And then as I, you know, incorporate myself and I get used to everything, now they know I'm the man now. Now I'm producing, you know what I'm saying? So now, like, as far as schoolwork and all that, like, I'm good. Like, you got my homework for me tonight.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Little- I got the juice a little bit. You feel me? So it's just like a lot. It's a lot of benefits that come with it, man.
I'm
It's
sure.
just, even professors, man, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to speak on a lot of things, but
Right.
they give you some leeway though. You know what I mean?
I'm
Allegedly.
sure.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
They look out. They show love. They show love. Now you can't give them your ass to kiss, but you know,
Yeah,
they show
right,
love. They
exactly.
show love.
Right.
And you
that's
get more bees with honey than salt or sugar
Absolutely.
or whatever this shit go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never they say.
I don't know
You,
they put it, but
you
I-
doing the poet shit tonight. You taking my spot.
He was
Put it
looking at me,
together.
gonna cut my eye like, yo, they ain't your
That
lane.
ain't your lane.
But that's dope. That's a dope experience. Speak on being a college graduate. I think that's a dope thing too.
Yeah,
to see
for
any
sure.
people, you know, to run the journey. Like that's
Yeah.
what I call it. Like you did it. Like you know what I mean. How was
Yeah.
that?
That was amazing, man. My cousin Jasmine, you know that we talked
Yeah,
about.
Shout out to Jazz.
Shout out to Jazz.
Shout out to Jazz.
That's
Putting
my
this
heart
through.
right there,
Yeah.
man. She was always a grade ahead of me.
Oh,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So she went to IUP University.
Yeah.
She was the first one to graduate college in the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
complete
that's
college.
what's up. That's what's up.
So I was like, yo, man, like she right above me. I gotta
Yeah.
finish out.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Got
Took
He
me a
looking
little-
at you like, what Five about to do?
yeah. So, just coming from Philly, man, coming up from North Philly, like anybody could start college. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
but it's finishing.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
the
saying? It's
hardest
Finishing
finishing,
the
part.
kid,
man.
yeah, that's the hardest part.
So, just being able to see me do it, like I ain't believe I did it. Like I said, it took me 5.5 years, going on 6, and you know, once I did it, I'm like, damn, like I really just graduated. Like it wasn't really appreciated like
Right.
how I thought it would be.
Yeah,
You dig
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, and no, I got homies in jail. I'm good.
Right,
Like,
right.
but I felt like, you know, if somebody do 4 years in jail and they come home,
Oh, yeah.
it'd
It's
be
crazy.
glorified more than.
That's celebrated.
Like,
yeah.
damn.
It's crazy
I
you
can't
said
be
that
celebrated
because when
the
you
same
said
way.
they left you, I mean, like you ain't like everybody was like, yeah, hit me up anytime.
Yeah.
When you went up, and when you said that, that's the same thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Was like, damn, like you got a motherfucker that's in jail and they hitting JPEG,
Yeah.
they on the line.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
like right away.
Yeah,
and you got a motherfucker to go to college.
Trying
and
to
it's
better
like,
yourself.
Oh no, be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And you not.
Yeah.
You by yourself. You 18 years old. You in the world by yourself. As opposed to being in jail where it's like jail is jail. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like it's a controlled environment for the most part.
And some
Absolutely.
people put themselves there. That's
Right.
not everybody, but some people put themselves there. So this like, yo, you made the decision to you know what I mean. You laying in your bed that you made a lot of
Yes, yeah.
times, like you know
Right.
what I mean.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's
They're more supportive for something that's
Yeah.
that's negative or allegedly could be in a
Right.
negative light as opposed to something that's positive.
yeah,
So
Or just-
it's disheartening. It really is.
yeah, or just speaking to, and a lot of people tackle this like coming up in like minority households is like if you gain to have more success than the people around you, your family members and all that, they frown their nose up to you like, oh, you think you better than me.
Yeah.
No, you think I'm better than you. I'm just trying to better myself.
Myself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of feel alienated. It's like, yo, I went to college and stuff like that, and I want to do better for myself. And
Yeah.
people like treat me like, oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
Like you get that. Some people, not everybody,
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
that
yeah.
attitude from friends and family, and
Yeah.
that'll alienate you too a lot. Because some people be like, oh, I could have went to college, but I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's not taught to us to be happy for each other. Like it's
Yeah.
really not. You know what I mean? We glorify the wrong things. And
Absolutely.
that's the purpose of the pod too, though, is just to change the direction and the mind state of a lot of people and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's definitely like a big thing.
Yeah.
But we always, salute. Let's get some claps going. Anybody who got a college graduate.
No, absolutely, man.
Yeah, that mean that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to somebody laying the foundation though, because like you said, Jazz going first. That's like, yo, sometimes, and I think this was my thing with me never going to college. I was like, yeah, let's get your claps first.
Let's get the flowers first. Let's get the flowers first.
It took a little minute, but
Yeah, it took a little
minute.
He should have had that on
Ty
too.
Killer.
Yeah,
Ty Killer.
I think that was my biggest thing with me not going to college. Like, it wasn't done, so I didn't think it was doable. Like,
Sometimes you
what I
gotta
mean?
see it.
Yeah. To have that somebody do it before you is like, oh yeah, she could do it. I'm right on your ass. I can
Right.
do it too.
Yeah.
Like, it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope though. Any reasons behind? I always ask people this too because I played high school ball. And my number was 22. Is there any meaning behind your number?
10.
Yeah.
No, man. Like it was just something that I seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I loved it. I was like, man, I'm rocking with 10.
Yeah.
Like I'm rocking because in JUCO I had 5.
Right.
So it was kind of like a double.
Doubled
I
it
was
up.
looking like
Yeah,
I doubled
yeah,
up. Like I
yeah.
doubled up on myself. You feel what I'm saying? I'm
dope.
I
better.
like that.
I'm
Yeah, I
better.
like that.
Like I'm better.
Double
So,
down.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna rock with 10.
For sure.
We're gonna rock with 10.
Yeah, my number was 22, but I was 11 like my whole life. Of like when I was a young boy playing, and they ain't have 11 when we got to high school. It was like, all right, give me that, then doubled it up,
Double.
like kind of like that. Yeah.
Mine was 35. That was just a number.
Before KD,
Before KD.
yeah, it wasn't a popular number
I
before
was first off,
KD.
man. I was, man. I ain't trying to brag. Or nothing. I mean, it was elementary school. Shout out to Abigail Vare Elementary. But,
That's funny. Like when you see like 35 and all that floating around, I'm like, yo, that was not a good number back then.
no, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the one they just
That was the
gave
one
you.
you
Like you
gave
just
out,
made the
yeah.
team.
No, I ain't
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
that joint. I ain't picked that joint. They definitely gave Mr. Smith definitely gave me that joint. Like, here, you
They
ain't
was
starting anyway.
My joint, they was like, have this shit size. Go ahead.
That's the thing too. The
Like,
big
what the
joint, like
fuck?
yo, these all sides. So like, no, you can't get that 3. That's for the smallest guy on the team. Like, yeah,
20 and up, they like double X's and all that.
That's exactly,
Yeah, real
man.
shit.
That's the thing. So let's pivot to like fatherhood though. How is it being a new first time dad and stuff like
First
that?
time.
Marvelous, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't explain it. Like, I was nervous at first, man. Just simply, like the nurturing part. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got somebody to depend on.
Yeah,
you now. Yeah.
My nephew, he's 16 now, so I'm trying to rewind myself back when I'm finding out that I'm about to be a father. I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I know how to change Pampers or what I'm gonna do. This is the thoughts, like what I'm gonna do when he cry, like what I'm like he gonna be a mama's boy. He ain't gonna he not gonna really feel me like that. It's just so many different things, man. But I reached out to some dads.
That's
He
good.
was like, yo, you gonna be cool, man. You gonna be all right. You know what I mean, take your time. It's about patience.
The fact that you was even worried about it was the first step. And knowing like, I'm gonna be a good dad.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about this now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's a good sign, man. Like
That is the thing they say though. Like people who like if you don't have a worry about being a father, then you probably not gonna be a good one. You probably don't care that much. Yeah. But that's a beautiful feeling. I tell people all the time, there's no true love like love of a child. Like
Especially your first child.
Especially your first child. They always gonna have a special place.
It's different, man.
Yeah. And it just drives you to want more out of life. I think that was my biggest point where I pivoted and just like, I gotta get more.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It changed everything about you. If you don't change when you have a child, then
You probably
something
never
wrong with you.
change.
You probably never gonna change.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Just grinding it out, man.
Yeah.
Like, just like the first time when I found out, I'm like, damn. Then I found out as a boy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm turned up. Like
I'm sure.
I'm turned up now. Like everything about to change, man. I gotta change my life. I gotta change the way I save. I gotta change the way I, carry myself.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
It don't even always have to be that you a bad individual, but you gotta shake some things up because now I got this little one following me, and
You hit it right on the
know what
nose.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
and it takes time. It's not gonna happen
Overnight.
You 18 months in.
yeah,
You didn't change completely in 18 months.
No.
You still haven't changed completely to where you're gonna be at the point where you need to be. It took my dad 30 something years.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's real.
So don't get down on yourself just because you don't have it all the way together. I still ain't got it together, and that's the whole point of the pod is dads in progress.
In
We're in
progress.
progress.
Yeah.
So we're learning as we're doing this pod. I don't
Connect
have
that shit, Ski.
I ain't got. You know, you see how that merry go around?
Put it right together.
No. So like, I mean, we don't have it all together. We doing this pod and growing in fatherhood the same way. So it's like, as you listen, is as we're learning.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
It's
18
something.
months-
It's something you can learn from somebody who like you got a different vantage point than me than I have. Like, or you know what I mean. So it's always something. It's not a experience based thing. Like you don't get better at it just because you've been it longer. Like
Facts.
it just it happens from just like dealing with it.
Yeah.
And you like me, I got 3 and they range in ages, and it's just like like. I don't do things that I used to do when they was 5 that I do now when they 9. It's just like you just operate different now.
Even,
like, you know
even
what I mean?
like with the age gap, the things you did with your 10-year-olds, you're not doing with your you know what I mean,
exactly.
your youngest. So it's like
that's
you
true.
learn in that aspect of it. It's definitely different.
But like you said, long as you care, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. Yeah.
Right.
Most importantly,
is there anything? This might be a left field question, but let's see if we get an answer. Is it anything from basketball that you apply to fatherhood?
absolutely. Patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just, running the point guard. I could just give like a quick analogy, like running the point guard. You know what I'm saying? You got 24 seconds on the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? Coach might throw a play at you. And if things don't work, you can't panic.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always a B. You know what I'm saying? Then there's always a C after that.
Right.
Then after C don't work, all right, I got it on my own.
Right,
So,
right.
you know what I'm saying? If, having my son, you know what I'm saying, he crying, I can't panic. Like, I gotta figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
If he hungry, then all right, let me feed him. If he's still all right, maybe he might be wet. You feel what I'm saying? Let me change his diaper.
Yeah.
Or maybe it might be something going on with him, like, he might just want to be cuddled up.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
let me
all
cuddle him
like
up.
a process of elimination.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stay
yeah.
patient, don't break down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't crumble, and that's just really what I got from it, man. Just
For sure.
all
Sports teach you life lessons. People don't tell you that. Like you don't have to be great at sports to play sports because it teach you life lessons,
Right.
team building and stuff like that, and just stuff like that. I was looking at some of your highlights. You was getting to that game plan, that C and D fast, because I saw a couple times you came down, pulled from the key, coach ain't even get the play out. You was pulling. I was like, you got that JUCO mindset still.
Turn me to a man.
Yeah, for sure.
He was definitely calling your old number a couple times.
Absolutely.
But how is it? Can you speak on your upbringing? Everybody I know, they go to college and stuff like that, they graduate. I'm always interested in like your upbringing. How was you raised? 2-parent household, 1-parent?
Yeah.
How?
2-parent household. I always say that, like, you know, growing up, like, that was a blessing for me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? All my homies, man, like my mom and dad, they've been together for 40 years. I mean, they still
that's
together.
special. That's
You know what I'm
special.
saying?
You
So,
said 40?
40.
Yeah.
40
That's
ball.
love.
40 ball.
40.
40.
Oh, that's special.
That's
Yeah,
love.
like
That's
that's
special.
You clap that up.
Yeah.
Too. I like that.
Hit the
shout out
button, the yellow
to
button.
Pammy and Frank, man. Shout out to Pammy and Frank, man. 40 years.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. That's
out to
special.
them.
That's special. That give you something to look towards and be encouraged about.
Yeah.
Like if somebody. So how did your parents play a role in your life, like far as like motivation or putting you in sports and stuff like that? When the first time you picked up a basketball?
I want to say, I can't remember the first time I like picked it up, but like recreation wise, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was 5 years old playing in like 6 and under league.
Yeah,
I
that's
played
what's
for, I
up.
think my first team was Island Eagles.
Okay,
I was
okay.
back there, and you know they lowered the court for us. They had us playing on,
Yeah.
you know, the court.
Tyler Jones.
Yeah, we running back and
I
forth.
just saw my homie. He had his son on the little court, and
Yeah.
his son doubling and all
Yeah,
that. And he
I'm
just
walking doubling, he just got him. They don't worry
You
about
down there
that.
playing
Yeah.
football, yeah.
Just go score, go pass.
Yeah,
They just happy
exactly.
for you. So just to get that
Exactly.
experience, and like I said, my mom and dad was, you know, by the grace of God, they was always there.
Yeah, that's
what
what's
I'm
up.
saying. So, you know, a lot of my homies, they would be like, "Yo, like, I want that." You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand how important it was until I got older. You know what I'm saying? Until I went to college and was like, you know, the things that they installed in me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Having both of them was the reasons why I ain't give up.
For sure.
You feel me?
for
But
sure.
yeah, that was big for me, man. And that's not something that, you know, I know some people, they be like, yeah, they be man, I brag about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
it's something
feel
to
me?
brag
They ain't nothing that I hide.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you feel me?
We had some people on here that didn't even know it was like a thing. They were like, yo, I was so used to being coming from a 2-parent household, I didn't know that was a thing not to have that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or that like you was at an advantage, or like somebody was like, oh, it's actually different. Like people,
Yeah.
not everybody got this. Like you know what I
a
mean?
lot
And
of
that's
people
that's
don't
a,
have
that's a
that
good thing. Yeah,
dynamic.
yeah.
And you don't realize like how important that like the trajectory on your life is, like having your dad around the house. Like I remember I was watching something on Instagram about like she was putting out a bunch of statistics. It was like a TED talk or something like that, and she was saying like the likelihood of your kid going to college, the likelihood of your kid committing suicide and having depression and drug use and all this other stuff, and it was like more than double for kids that didn't have active father in the household.
Yeah.
You know, they was, you know, more likely to commit suicide and you know,
like that, yeah.
drug use and everything else. And, you know, in hindsight, now it's like, damn, like my life could have been so much different.
For real.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
for you to make it out of that and
Yeah,
still be
right.
like, yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I say too, like your mannerisms, like us being men coming up as boys, you get your mannerisms from men.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have like my pop was in and out of my life, so I got mine from like my uncles, like whoever was around me that was a man, I gravitated to him. So the
Yeah.
way they walk, the way they
Yeah,
talk,
yeah.
the things they did, you mimic them because
Yeah.
you
Right.
you get your mannerism from them. You can't get them from your mom, like you
Right.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like you mimic what you mirror what you think a man is
Yeah.
until you grow up and develop that just for yourself
Self,
to
yeah.
have that, like, yo, my pop get up every day, brush his hair, and this how he carry himself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's like, dang, that's how I want to do things.
Yeah.
So to this day, I do things like me and my uncle got like a funny relationship, and we working on that. But I still have mannerisms that strictly come from him because from me being around him.
Right.
Like, and that just develops that way. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Once you build that rapport,
Yeah, that
man,
rapport, like
it's
it's
deep.
important to have a man in the house, like or some type of man. It's not always a father for everybody, but an uncle,
Yeah.
your mom,
Big cousin.
yeah, cousin. That's
Big
another
cousin.
thing. Big cousin is a big thing for a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
too. Like you know what I mean?
That was my thing, my cousins and my uncles and shit like that. Because my father wasn't around either. So
Yeah. So anybody that's like, you can have somebody that's 2 years older than you if they doing the right things and they giving you like an image
Yeah.
that like, you know, all right, that's somebody I could look up to. Like you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
guidance.
Yeah,
People need
guidance. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. We all do. Like just coming up, you nurturing, so you just learning things from people, and you just picking up on people's habits and the things you do, the way you do shit.
Right.
I remember when and this is bad, but I remember when I first moved into my apartment, I used to put food like after you cook, I would put the shit in the microwave instead of putting it in the refrigerator. And then I would leave that shit to the night over. But that's how my folks did it.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
It wasn't so my shorty was like, yo, why you keep leaving that shit in the microwave? like why you keep putting it in the
That's what
microwave?
you used
Yeah,
to.
that's what we do. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not to then you start to like develop your own shit. Like now how you do things a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's important, like imprinting on kids' lives and like growing up and like having somebody around you that something to strive to.
Absolutely.
Like it's I think it's way easier for men to like settle down and be in relationships and stuff like that when they have a representation of what that look like.
Yeah.
Like you are trying to develop that, but at the same time, if you have a picture of it, like it's not a TV picture of it. Like you know what I mean? Some people, yeah. Yeah, you been in your house when your folks was listening to oldies and dancing and all that shit. You know that feeling, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It's priceless. Like you can't buy shit like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
You so are you still like thinking about playing ball as far as like any leagues? Like I know they got like the Berkeley Love League and stuff like that.
I haven't been active in a while. I played in this alumni league probably maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But I think like one life changing moment. I don't know if y'all gonna tag into this. I might be. Talking a little bit too early. I don't know if you was getting.
No, you good. Go ahead.
But the reason why I had probably slowed down was I tore my Achilles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And this was at the peak of my career. Like I'm saying, I was just graduated, senior. I'm doing good. Like I'm feeling the best that I can be. Like I'm like, like I'm ready to go sign a deal somewhere. I'm trying to go play overseas. Like,
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to a few agents. My man, shout out to Mark 50, man. He good boy, good company. He shot me out. He did some things for me, trying to get me over there, and tore my Achilles. And it was weird the way I tore it though. Like I broke down and cried. I got so emotional because it was like non-contact. Like nobody was near me. Like
and those are like the worst ones.
I'm just like running.
Now this was in season or
I'm working out in the gym.
Okay, just working out after you graduate. Okay, wow.
Yeah, and I just feel something pop, and I asked the people that's in the gym, I'm like, yo, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hear it in my ear. I'm like, yo, I heard something pop. Y'all heard it? Because it sounds like it's loud. Like everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you cool? I tried to step down.
Couldn't.
Yeah, and I just felt it. I'm like, yo, and it's my right foot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, somebody got to walk me to the car. And I'm driving straight to the hospital, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just like, yo, the doc tell me like he take my sneaker off because I tied my sneaker up. I never took it off. Once he take it off, he like, I know you're an athlete, you know what I'm saying, but this doesn't look good. I guess he didn't want to tell me the story.
Right.
He didn't want to tell me what was going on.
Yeah.
I said, you think I'm gonna be able to play ball again, doc? And he said, probably not for a while. So I knew I tore it. From that moment, I just knew. I said I tore my Achilles. I was hoping it was like a fracture.
Yeah, something small.
Maybe I could break my ankle at the highest, but that torn Achilles, bro. Like
that's like a year recovering.
If you ain't got no money, bro, you ain't got. If you ain't in the NBA, bro, and you ain't got them trainers like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
yeah.
You ain't shaking that.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Mentally, I never really could get back.
That's another thing. If you speak on that, because I had an injury and I ain't no athlete or nothing like that, but I playing ball, I broke my ankle and I got a plate rod and like 8 screws in my foot.
Yeah.
But I always tell people like what people don't understand though is the process you go through.
Absolutely.
That, like, you know, when, especially you've been on your own, graduating from college, like you feel like you feeling like the man, like you made it, like you doing it on your own. And it's like, it's a humbling experience because it break you down. Yeah. You down to 1 foot. Like, you know what I mean? It's a humbling experience you go through, and it's traumatizing, and people don't understand it. And I don't think people understand it unless you actually get hurt, like how bad that shit is.
Yeah.
So how long was you like, you like down for like,
so,
what you was on like crutches or?
Yeah. So the crazy situation was, so it happened. I tore my Achilles. They put me in, I couldn't walk on it. They gave me crutches, put me in a boot. This for like 3 months. And at the time, like I said, I was still trying to work out, but I was getting mixed up from when I graduated college and I came home. I was a little bit older. Yeah. So now I'm 23 years old and I'm looking at all my homies. I'm like, damn, my life just now starting. Yeah. All my homies, they got jobs.
Yeah, they already cribs, in the midst of it.
They got kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, do I want to take that sacrifice and still grind it out and not get no money? I feel like my life I feel like when I graduated college at 23, I was 18 again. I'm going back to my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad crib. I ain't got no paper. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no will. Like, but I love this basketball stuff.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do? Am I going to put my passion to the side, or I'm going to go get me a job because I'm 23.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
making ends meet and stuff like that.
So fast forward, man. I said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a job. So I started working, but still training.
Right.
But this is the crazy thing. When I tore my Achilles, I got laid off from my job. I was working at Glen Mills Schools. I know.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They got shut down because of some child abuse allegations.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Working with the kids, still love that job, man. It was great job.
Right.
So when they shut down, I lost all my benefits. I lost everything.
It's tough.
So now I was like, damn, I ain't got no job. I can't play ball.
Yeah.
I tore my right foot. I can't drive.
Yeah.
Like, you
At
feel
this
me?
point,
Like,
you at your lowest.
I got a car note. Like, what I'm
Yeah.
doing? I'm sitting on my butt for
Right.
4 months. You dig what I'm saying? It's just that was a tough moment for me in my
Pivot
life.
moment in your life.
Yeah. So, but you gotta grind it out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grind it out, and I mean, trust God, and I mean, stick it out. Like you said, trust the process, patience. That was real patience right there.
I say that all the
Patience
time
for
when
that.
you talking about you put your trust in God like that. Like he'll strip so much shit back from you.
Yeah.
You don't have no choice. Like who else you going? Like you can't bank on nothing else.
one.
Like you know what I mean. You was at the point where it was like, yo, I
That
can't
part.
go. Yo, I can't depend on this. I can't depend on that. I can't do that. Ain't nothing else but to believe. If I didn't believe, I don't have nothing else but to believe now.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Like you know what I mean. Just to get to the point where it's like, yo, I done touched rock bottom. I don't have nothing but to believe. And if you, not to say that you wasn't a believer, but it's like, in my life, in my personal experience, like I feel like you feel like you at your low, and like no, it's lower than that. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. Like
Because
yeah.
you thought tearing,
Oh, yeah,
at that
yeah.
point, you thought touring your Achilles was your lowest point.
Yeah, because what I
And
had
then
going on. Yeah,
everything else just kind of compounds. Like with me, so like just kind of like give an example. So with me, I had broke a bone in my foot, and then after that, I quit a job that I was at for 6 years.
yeah,
So when I broke the bone in my foot, I was really active in powerlifting.
right.
So that was like my therapy. You know what I mean? Whenever shit was going wrong, I used to just lift.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So me not being able to do that, I felt like I was at my lowest.
Yeah.
Then I quit my job. Then the pandemic happened. And I'm sitting on the couch because I'm trying to go through this. I was trying to get my certificate somewhere else, doing something else. That's on postpone because COVID-19, everything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I tear my meniscus. So I'm still not working out. I'm not working, period. I mean, and it's just like I felt like I'm at my lowest at that point.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So just what you talking about, I totally relate to.
yeah.
I mean, like we put
put you in a different
Yeah, it
space,
puts you in a
man.
different headspace. It really
Yeah.
does. And to crawl yourself out of that headspace is different. So you're 23 at this point.
Yeah.
What's the moment where you're like you're kind of like everything is starting to kind of like pick up a little bit for you?
I get a therapist.
Okay.
And that's something that
We
therapy.
just like
Yeah,
that
therapy.
therapy
around.
shit.
I get
Every
a
week we find out. I want you to finish telling your story, so I don't want to cut you. But like every week we find out somebody else been in
Somebody
therapy and stuff like that,
therapy
or
came
just
through.
we like to give people a little insight, a peek behind the curtain. We sat here for about an hour before we even started the show. And we didn't know that we all had like some type of injury.
Yeah.
Like us three all had like broken a bone.
Yeah.
Right.
And you only get that when you sit down and have
Yeah,
a
they-
real
they
conversation.
talk,
We had
right.
like a real surface conversation, what you bet on and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of this. But go ahead, get back to you was talking about.
Yeah, I get a therapist, man. Like I said, there's so many different emotions going on in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just being able to, feel like that I could go play at the pro level and, you know what I'm saying, still work. And then that happened to me. I said, I gotta talk to somebody, man. You know what I mean?
exactly.
You burning your friends out, you burning your family out. They don't want to hear the same old story.
Yeah, exactly.
And by me venting to them, they don't got no solution for me. They not really gonna
Right.
give me nothing to. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I went and got a therapist. I was thinking about it. You know what I mean, contemplating on it for a minute, and I was like, man, this is gonna help me.
Did you take that you on your own? That was just like or
Yeah,
somebody?
I took that leap because
Okay.
I work in social services.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm a counselor myself.
Okay.
But it's like a counselor needs somebody. Everybody.
Yeah,
needs
everybody
somebody
needs
to
Even
talk
the
to.
therapist
So-
needs a
Everybody
therapist.
needs somebody to
Yeah,
talk to.
yeah.
Therapist,
Like
yeah.
people don't really put that into perspective, but like
Yeah.
even your therapist needs a therapist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but continue. Go ahead.
So I go get a therapist, and I talk to him, and we build a relationship, and he helped me get out that dark moment, man. That space that I felt like I was just stuck in, and I didn't really know how to get out of, and he gave me some motivation, some things to work on. What he really did was went back to my childhood, and why I react to certain things the way I do, and just taught me like, damn, like
Unpacked a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Things that you didn't even think was issues.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So once he broke everything down to me, man, I was able to pick myself back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I needed that. I'm talking about probably like 6 months worth of therapy. Me going talking to him twice a week. At this time,
Right.
We doing Zoom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We doing Zoom, so we tapping in, we talking, and you know, I turn everything around. Like I turn something a negative into a positive, and you know, I'm sure you're gonna start speaking on that soon.
Yeah,
But
like it is the thing is like the turnaround for men. We pride ourselves on being like, you know, if you don't have nobody to depend on you, but at least being self-efficient at the time. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't taking care of nobody, but I can take care of myself.
Facts.
And we define our identity and our value into that. So when you don't have that, it's like, who am I? Who am I to this world? Who am I to my son? Who am I to my girl? Who am I to anybody? Like, if I don't have that. And I think people don't know that like hopelessness lies with depression.
Yeah.
So you might feel like, and this was my case. I don't want to speak for you. Like I was hopelessness. I had hopelessness at a point where I didn't have no hope and didn't think nothing. But that aligned right with my depression. It's like, all right, well, you don't think you're depressed because you don't want to be depressed, but you are because you don't think nothing is going to go right for you.
Right.
So it is that, but you don't want to call it that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, and the thing is, like you said, once
Not
you
to
pull
cut you off, but also what underlies is guilt.
Yeah.
Why am I depressed? Why do I feel I shouldn't feel like
I shouldn't feel that
Facts.
way.
Yeah.
And once you get out of that, though, like once the arrow do start pointing up, like you said, everything just start.
Yeah,
you know, everything start
clicking.
going that way. Like and a lot of things start turning your direction. Yeah. So how was your turnaround though? Like how was I know you do social work now, and it's like how was that for you?
So I just had to find some joy and some happiness in something, man, because you know it was frustrating just knowing that you know I can't really depend on basketball no more.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I rolled back to what did you do? You graduated college. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 degrees.
Yeah.
So let's work. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
Let's find some happiness in something so we could turn something around. So, you know, that's really what I was focused on. Like I said, I always growing up in my community, just me being able to, you know, work with kids was just a blessing for me, man, because I was them.
Right, exactly.
So I'm like, yo, if it's something that's gonna make me happy, even if it ain't about the money, I can find the money somewhere else.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? I got it. I when I go to work, I want to be happy.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
facts.
I want to impact some lives.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Change some people,
Yeah, that's
change some
decent.
kids' lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we need that in our community. We need people like that in our community for sure.
Yeah.
Especially how it's going in the city and all that. And then like these youth need people to talk to them and show them like there's other ways to do things and shit like that. So that's dope. We appreciate you for that too.
Especially because you can be the medium between that kid finding therapy.
Yeah.
If they do need therapy. Because some people don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So the fact that you can be that segue for somebody to do that is big.
It's
big.
It's big to hear somebody say they go to therapy. Like, all right, I can go because he go and he cool. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't crazy. Yeah, whatever like that. Yeah,
That's the biggest thing, man. People think crazy, man. Like, yo, this is maniac. Like, you don't got. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's my thing though. I was scared to go because I felt like I needed to go for years, but everybody kept telling me I was crazy. So that was my like, I ain't going because then I'm proving I'm right. Like, you know what I mean? That and then what you saying, just like being impactful for the youth and stuff like that. I feel like when I was coming up, the people that was like trying to help the kids and stuff didn't look like us. So I just always felt like it was a charity case for them doing that. So I'm like, I never felt like it's something to have somebody that look like you and the older version of you, and it's like that's more inspiring than have somebody that's not like, you know, not a minority, a white guy to come in and just tell you some things that's solely detached, that lives in the suburbs and is just doing a good job. It's like, I just feel like he's supposed to win. Like, you know what I mean? It don't give me hope.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's something about when you see somebody go, I grew up right around the corner. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm from North too, or I'm from South Philly here. I'm from here too. Yeah. And I made it. Yeah. They always pushing the South Philly agenda. They always pushing this South Philly shit. But it's something to say when
Shout out to
somebody.
North Philly.
Yeah, you already.
Crazy, man.
It's something to say when somebody, like I can really identify, like how we was talking about with the college, I can identify with you because you come from the same hood that I come from, or you come from a hood and I come from a hood and you did fine. So that gives me hope and purpose to think that I can be fine too. Like, you know what I mean?
Representation is important because when we think of representation, we only think of women or we think it's a race thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just how the man you are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a man like you that's going to therapy and working on himself. A lot of times, men, when we hear oh, you need therapy, it's from a condescending or like a hurtful place. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
need therapy, you crazy.
Yeah.
And it's never with the tone of love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the
Yeah.
tone of like, I'm trying to help you, and I think this is what you need.
And that's what makes everything better, man. When it was within love,
Yeah.
now you can accept it better. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing. It's just like acceptance. Like, yo, like,
Yeah.
I need to accept that I need to do it for myself. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But we just,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know, man. It's just how we come from. Where we come from, it's just
Yeah.
like, yo,
It's like a
therapy,
sign of
it's
weakness.
Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you a man, you don't, man.
Yeah.
We ain't even talk like. You know how many times, man, I got off the phone with my therapist, man. I go in that, man, go ahead and cry, man. It's
Yeah.
cool to cry,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Let
cool,
them tears
yeah.
come down. You dig what I'm saying?
Go cry like a man.
Yeah.
Cry like a
You feel
man.
me? Like,
No
man,
real
it's gonna
shit,
get
though.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
and you just what you said. What the fuck am I thinking of? That
There you
tequila
go.
hit me. Yeah,
There you go.
But just in general, we just gotta like have that approach where it's okay to
Yeah.
be a certain way. Like it's okay. And us as men, that's what I was trying to get to. I pivoted to. You see how you see how I
Got it
did
back.
that? Yeah, I got it back. So us being men, I think we carry so much
Yeah.
that you are crazy if you don't have some type of therapy. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Because me in my younger years, I was giving that shit to women, like
Yeah.
or passing it off to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
This shit is not for everybody. And
It's
then you
not,
look
man.
up your business in the streets
Yo.
because you just spilling out on people.
That was the
yeah,
biggest
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
man.
That's the
Not-
thing.
not
And
to
you
cut
gotta
you off, bro.
yeah, yeah. That was
Not
the
to
biggest
cut you
thing.
off, but that was the biggest thing that I learned, man. Just, you know, you sharing your business with
Yeah,
everybody,
everybody
man.
ain't
Like
for
you,
everybody.
everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah,
You
they
know
like,
what I'm
if I
saying?
call it, he
Yo,
complaining
for real,
about
for
this.
real.
He said
Now-
this.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Everything ain't for everybody,
Yeah.
man. You gotta give it to somebody that you know that's
Professional.
gonna be safe with that.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And then they pouring back into you.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
not like you just venting to him and he just hearing your problems. No, you venting to him and now or him or her.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? They giving you something back that you could work on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of you, this family member, this family member, this family member, this family member.
And
now,
then they talk
now
about
it's
it
judgment
amongst
coming
them.
in.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
judgment.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
judgment. Now I come around, it's like, damn, like I thought what we talk
Yeah.
about was safe.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, man, you got
Or when you get around your folks and it's like you done told one person, but everybody know that shit.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
what?
Yeah.
Ain't
crazy,
no way I'm
man.
telling nobody in my family shit about that.
So
I'll tell
my
you that right
my,
now.
my thing was like I had to collect myself back from everybody. Like I broke myself in pieces. Even like, and my thing was women. Like I poured out on women. Like I'll be, that's my homie, that's my dog. I'm telling her shit. And I shouldn't even be telling her.
No,
that. You
for
know what
real,
I mean?
for
Shit
real,
ain't
for real,
her.
for real, for
Or
real.
you know what I mean? And it's like pulling all that shit back to just like a safe space. Somebody give you professional advice on
Yeah.
things, like a non-biased opinion. Like
Yeah.
everybody got their own stake in what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so like a non-biased person, somebody that's just gonna tell you like, yo, and I think that was the biggest thing with me going to therapy. Like I had to lose my ego with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
My therapist told me, and I used to see a female, she used to tell me all something like, who the fuck you think you are? Like who you think you are? Thinking that like you just above things, like you know what I mean? Or people supposed to treat you that way, or they owe you that.
Yeah.
They or like my biggest thing is because you treat a person a certain way
Yeah.
that they supposed to mimic that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
they don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? So
Absolutely.
there's a lot of things to that, and we encourage men to go speak to somebody professional if you need
Yeah.
to, if you feel like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Sure.
Or just having conversations like this with men.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like end it off without. I feel like we did give you your flowers, but like what do you have in progress? We always like to ask people that. And they don't not even say like an actual thing, but like what's next for you? What you see yourself? Like we all talk about like progress and going forward and like and
Yeah.
stuff like that and bettering ourselves and things
Yeah.
of that nature.
So just growing every day, you know what I'm saying? Growing every day. I feel like now I'm at a point in my life where, you know, all right, I did the stuff that I needed to do for, you know, my job and my occupation, you feel what I'm saying? But now I'm trying to tap into the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it take myself. So, you know, I'm speaking into existence by the grace of God. This school year coming up, next school year coming up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do like a community give back.
Yeah, let us know because we
Yeah,
definitely
we
try and
want
get
to
into
give
stuff
back.
like that. Yeah.
We definitely do
little
our
drive.
part.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
little drive and, you know what I'm saying, get out there and try to just show them, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I was there.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Sure.
So,
Representation
yeah,
it means
just
a
being
lot.
able to, you know, stick my hand out there. Right now, I do have some student athletes that I tap into. You know
That's
what I mean?
good.
They talk to me on Zoom. I haven't promoted it yet, but, you know, they tap into me on Zoom and they tell me their issues and their problems, whether it's, you know, maybe it's from financial issues, maybe it's them not getting along with their coach and their teammates, and they struggling. Not having support from their families. You know what I mean?
That's decent too, because I'm still not to cut you off, but student athletes, it's a lot. People don't think it's a lot of stress with that.
Yeah.
Being a student athlete and
Absolutely.
having to perform on the court, outside of the court, in school and all that. They don't understand like it's a lot of stress that comes with that.
Still be a person.
Pressure, it's a lot of pressure.
Still
with that.
be a person. So
But,
I've been doing that, and then I had talked to a couple of my coaches, like my high school coach. He wanted me to. He said I can come talk to his students about just being a college athlete.
That's good.
It's something to look forward to. The steps that it take.
That's
what I'm
decent.
saying. Things that you have to do to be successful. Like I said, I ain't make it to the highest step, but I got some knowledge. You know what I mean?
It's
Kick
definitely
off.
noteworthy. Yeah, like that's the thing when you talk about college athletes.
But
and
even
stuff like that.
so, my fault, not to cut you off. But even like what you were saying, as far as like when plan A don't work, here's that plan B. Here's that plan C and D. You're playing B, C, D.
Yeah.
I mean, because A didn't work. And they need to understand that.
Yeah.
A's not always going to work.
Absolutely.
Even if you can always try to get back to A.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you're definitely playing B, C, or D. You are the audible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
You gotta call your own play sometimes.
you man.
pull that shit from 3.
Put that shit from the logo, man.
No, for real, man.
That's the thing too. Like and I think men struggle with like pivoting.
Yeah.
Like your first door closed on you, and it's like, damn. Well, I put all my eggs in that basket. Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I told everybody I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, who
was
am
my
I?
identity.
Yeah, who am I to them now if I'm not a hooper?
Right. You
They got the apartments and the cars and shit like that. I'm just,
You were dad in progress.
Yeah, exactly.
All those things, man, just like tied into one. Like I think it was probably like maybe one childhood thing that like probably like changed my life to where I felt like I wanted to really stick with the youth.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old, and I got like falsely accused of something that I ain't do.
Oh wow.
wow.
So I wanted to. I'm at this point like I think I'm a junior in high school.
Yeah.
About to start varsity the next year, this summertime, and I'm on house arrest for 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, tough time.
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? My mom, seen her cry for the first time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really cry about that. So I'm like, yo, man, like, that was it for me. That was it. I said, yo, I'm cool. Like,
Right.
I ain't have to get into the streets to fuck up or make a mistake or something like that. That was my cue right there.
Right
like,
there.
yo, like, you know what I mean?
When you come from the hood, you don't gotta fuck up to get in trouble. Like,
Right. Yeah.
you do not
You know
have
what
to
I'm
fuck
saying?
up to get in
Yeah,
trouble.
it's
Like,
crazy.
You
Sometimes
just
all you gotta do is drive.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just being around, like the statistics are real. Like you have a higher chance of being in trouble with just being around shit. Like my mom used to tell me that all the time. Like you always around. Like you know what I mean. Watch the company you keep because that shit get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Like and stuff like that. And it's just like we all like you just look everybody bad from the hood.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. That's just how it is. That's how they look at it.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. It's crazy though, but that's what's up that you was able to pivot from that. So how was that? Like once you got off house arrest, you just got back to grinding.
Yeah. So, my school, they was, you know what I mean? I
What high school you went to?
Delaware Valley Charter. They shut down now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I went to Chad and they shut down too. Like all the fucking
so
charter schools.
I can't even go back. Man.
Yeah.
But class of 2012, man. Shout out to everybody from Delaware.
That's what's up.
I mean, we got shut down, whatever the case may be. But I wound up not getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Still being able to have my senior year there. Had a great year then with the college. But that was my testimony on my life. When I decided like I'm happy that it didn't have to happen in the adult year. So now, you know what I'm saying, that was a record that was cleaned off. I was 16 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it may not turned out that way if he was older.
Yeah.
Because I mean, more often than not, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You gotta adapt now.
Or people don't get the pivot from there. Like people don't get that like, oh, all right, I had a little hiccup and I was able to continue with the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Some people you drive in a car and somebody did something crazy. Now you guilty by association.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Now you got a conspiracy charge that's gonna get you 15 years and your life thrown. Like, you know what I mean?
Done.
So that's dope. Like, you know what I mean? And you never know what your life looked like if you didn't go through that hiccup. Like nothing happens to you by by chance. Like everything happens
Everything
for
is
a reason.
divine.
Yeah, it's divine. There you go. See, he be taking our shit. When he flip. Chance wasn't good enough. Everything's divine.
Divine intervention. Divinity.
Yeah.
Amen.
So it's definitely dope. You got a great story, and it's like
man, appreciate that, man.
we definitely we need more people to tap in with us. That's what we always tell people. Like dads,
They gonna tap in,
and we definitely build our circle.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to do something we like fundraising shit like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anything you trying to do, like, look, yo, if you got a plan, we gonna come through and we gonna
Sure.
get it done. Cause I was talking about just doing like kids don't be out. So I'm like, man, let's go buy 100 basketballs, 100 footballs, and just get that shit away. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll put the knee
man.
brace on. You saying like,
It's different. Like coming up, man. Like not to cut you off, but coming up, like that was part of our childhood, man. We seen jump rope.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm
that's the
saying. We
thing.
seen hopscotch. We played curveball. We played crate ball. You know what I'm saying? That was us. Like
you found a crate, man.
Yeah, it's right.
He was up.
Right. That's where we come from, man.
They tore the crate down. You damn near cried. Somebody tore the crate down overnight. You was crying in the morning.
Challenge, and that was the last time I seen the crate. I ain't seen the crate at the crate challenge.
You be playing on
freak a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
That was us. Like we was acting. Don't see that now, man. It's crazy, man.
None of that no more.
This generation crazy, man.
Man
But
hunting all that. They don't play none of that shit. Everybody in the house.
Yeah.
So like anything you could do, like you can get people out. And then
All these
You know how many
kids-
variations of tag we had?
yeah, we
No,
did.
for real.
TV tag, freeze
No,
tag,
freeze
like
tag.
it was all tag. Like,
all types of tags.
I forgot about TV tag. You had to name something when you got caught, or
You had to hit it had to be in the box, so it had to be in the pavement, and you had to say the name of a show.
So, yeah,
like
yeah,
Animaniacs.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Good times.
I used to say, "Oh shit, good time."
freeze tag.
Yeah, and they used to be like hot chocolate when they got you.
It's crazy, man. Yup.
You moving. Or like, what's the other joint? Catch one,
Jailbreak.
catch them all.
Catch one, catch
and
'em
once
all,
you
yeah.
get caught, you on a team.
Yo,
you
gotta
got
catch
Jailbreak?
everybody else.
Jailbreak. Yeah, we played
Jailbreak, that was
jailbreak.
crazy too.
Yeah.
Yo.
Jailbreak was just shit.
suicide. Like wall
handball,
ball.
Yeah.
What?
Suicide, you catch that shit with one hand, they hum that shit at you. Oh, shit.
No, for real.
No, I ain't playing.
No, for real, for real.
Don't get caught behind the boy who caught it and shit. You
Yeah.
just like,
Throw up. Football, you playing throw up.
yeah,
Throw
exactly.
the ball up. You got, it's crazy.
People don't go
man.
outside now, and I
do
feel
that
like
type
that.
of stuff no
And then
more.
from where I come from, this is what I was saying before, like where I work at now is like I see people play sports that like I feel like minorities would dominate, but we don't even know they exist.
Yeah.
Like it's me at 30 looking like, oh shit, that's squash. I didn't know that's handball with a racket though.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's
hold
the-
you, so
yeah.
I go.
for real.
The gym I go to, they have like you could like reserve like squash,
Yeah.
Jones or whatever. I'm like, I will cook y'all.
Yeah, that's what I be looking at.
Every
This
single
shit
one
is
of y'all. I'm
nothing.
out of shape.
Yeah.
I will cook every
Yeah,
single one of y'all.
This
for
shit
real.
nothing.
Squash,
This
like,
shit is handball with a little
Yeah.
racket. Like, you know what I mean?
It's what we grew up on.
Yeah, and it's like stuff like that, or like another one is water polo. That shit is like how we used to be in the crib throwing around the socks and shit like that. Don't let the balloon hit the floor. That's what that shit is. Like stuff like that. Or throw it in the hamper.
Yeah.
And they playing that shit at going to college and getting full ride scholarships at shit that we don't even know exists.
That's
Like, and it's like, yeah.
You gotta be King Richard, man. You gotta be like
Yeah.
Serena Venus dad. Just throw him in some shit that he would never think about playing.
Exactly.
Rugby or something.
Meanwhile,
Cricket.
most of the people can't even fucking swim. Like, you know what I mean? Black people don't even go by water. Like, you know what I mean? We don't even play with water, and they in there going to school getting 4-year scholarship to Ivy degrees, Ivy League
backstroke.
schools for doing yeah, exactly diving.
Yeah.
Like shit like that, the smallest shit, like, you know what I mean? I think we need to like really open our world to people and stuff like that.
True. Facts.
But get the youth outside, man. This summer,
Absolutely.
if it's safe, hopefully it's safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing though too. But get the youth outside. Like that was a thing, like the summer league, basketball leagues, and all that. Like we was outside.
And a mural, all that. Yep.
It's hard to do that shit now, man.
Yeah,
That kept us cool.
Yeah.
yeah,
Niggas shooting up leagues and shit.
Yeah.
Hard
exactly.
to do it.
But we definitely like everybody we speak to, we try to you a part of our umbrella, we a part of yours, and we build from there. And like, you know what I mean?
That's love.
We encourage fathers to sit around and have these conversations with people.
Yeah.
Like a
Or
regular
just men in
conversation.
general. People in general.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
more
people-
so men.
Men.
Yeah.
I think women had these conversations. I think men don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you said, it's not to like you really sit down, you peel back the layer and you have a real conversation. Cause I can't see where me and you just sitting there like, yo, I went to therapy before.
Yeah, yeah.
It ain't
Right,
till we
right.
you gotta curate that space. And like don't be scared to curate that space with your friends and stuff like
facts.
that. You know what I mean? Definitely.
But we don't know what episode this is. I forget.
No, it's 33 though.
Sure.
Definitely not.
Anyway,
Definitely
it's the
not.
new episode
Yeah.
of the Fathers in Progression. You know, it's New Year, so you know how people like throwing up like big words and like
Oh, so you saying progression?
Fathers in Progression. Yeah,
Fathers in
I'm
Progression.
expanding my vocabulary this year.
LLC.
No, the DIPP, the DIPP, Dads in Progress podcast.
Yeah.
Fateem Brockington.
Thank you.
Federal.
Yeah.
Thank
Say
you.
the
He
full.
going fat on
Brock.
me, man. That's
Thank
crazy.
you.
5_ Brock. Follow him on the gram.
Follow him on the grizzly.
Sure.
He's
Follow
shooting
him
from
on the gram.
3. You know what I mean?
Shooting from the logo.
It's all love, man.
For
Good
sure.
company. Great company, man.
Appreciate
You already
you
appreciate
coming
you.
up.
Thank
It
you
was a
for
great
coming.
conversation.
We gotta have you back too. We always say that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anytime you want to tap in, you got something you want to talk about, you got something to
I
come
felt
back.
like you had more. You had more in the clip.
Yeah, man.
You had more in the
Definitely.
clip. I
We
can
was
tell.
rolling though.
Yeah,
We was
yeah,
rolling though.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have you back. We definitely
Yeah.
gonna talk about some more.
Yeah.
But before we go, LeBron to Jordan.
That's tough, man. Yo, see, man, it's like that's a 20-minute conversation for me, man.
I just went the one word answer. LeBron to Jordan. Then we'll talk about it after.
LeBron.
Oh my god.
Oh
All
man,
right, bye.
I'm glad this shit over.
Lakers, baby. Lakers gang for life, baby. Yeah.